In this video, I'm going to cut O-rings and place them into the displacer ring. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull out the O-ring cord, feed it underneath that toggle clamp, and align it to this edge of the aluminum bar, and clamp down this toggle clamp. So here you see I have the toggle clamp clamping on the O-ring, and the O-ring lines up with the edge of the bar. Then I'm going to feed it over underneath this toggle clamp here. I'm not going to stretch it, I'm just going to let it be its natural length. If you stretch it, it might end up being too short. So I'll just have it at its unstretched length and press down on the toggle clamp. Then I'm going to take the knife and cut along the cut line here. Once the O-ring is loose, you'll undo the toggle clamp and you have the right length of O-ring now. Next step is to take the gasket maker, remove the plug on the end, place it where you can find it later, and then put a small dab within the O-ring groove, about the diameter of the end of the nozzle. So we'll press it into the O-ring groove just like that. And that's about as much as I need. Then what you'll do is you'll take the end of the O-ring and press it about halfway into the gasket maker and feed it into the groove all the way around. I've just switched my view here so I can use two hands. It's a two-handed job. At the end of the O-ring, when it comes all the way around, you're just going to press it into that gasket maker. Then you're going to take some of this O-ring grease and you'll spread it all the way around. You don't need much. You'll just apply a little bit at a time all the way around. I've finished putting the O-ring grease on, and just to show you how much I put on, it is not a ton, it's not globs of it. I did get a bit of a glob here, so I want to make sure that I clean this up, otherwise it might interact with the displacer and generally it just won't have good quality. So you might need to use a rag to clean it up. But as you're using the rag, you don't want to dry off your O-ring, so just lightly brush it. And you can apply O-ring grease over top of your gasket maker as well. So you can spread that over just like that. Now it's time to flip it over, and I'll show you how I want you to do that. So you'll take the O-ring, or the displacer ring, and you'll apply some pressure to it so that it doesn't come out of the O-ring, and you'll flip it over and you'll line up the facets or the scallops with the holes. I'll show you what I mean. So here you can see the scallop is slightly off. Just going to move that so that it's in line. Check the other side. This one's a bit off, so actually it's in pretty good condition there. And yeah, you'll just want to make sure that it's evenly spaced as well. So the space between the hole and the scallop should be about equal on every hole. Avoid moving it too much because you'll get grease everywhere where you don't want it. So now it's time to apply the gasket maker, cut the O-ring, place the O-ring into the other side, and put the O-ring grease on the O-ring. Okay, so now it's ready to put the top plate onto the displacer ring.